Hello students, today we will be discussing the question answers related to the chapter composition and structure of our atmosphere. So let's get started. Okay, so we have first question as usual is tick the correct answers. First question says the height of the atmosphere above mean sea level. It is 10,000. It is given on the first page of the chapter. If you just look at this, this is 10,000 from the mean sea level. Okay, moving on to question number second. Which of the following gas present in the atmosphere is important for the growth of plants? Now you might be thinking that this is written in the paragraph related to nitrogen, but carbon dioxide is also important for the growth of the plants. This thing is given to us in the chapter right here. Significance of atmosphere: nitrogen and carbon dioxide are needed for plants for their growth. Now the thing is that since nitrogen is not given in the options, so we will be taking up carbon dioxide. Okay, now the next question says the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is increasing. Next we have water vapor is confined only to the troposphere. So this is the first layer of atmosphere. So it is it says that it is this is the line. Water vapor and dust particles are found only in this layer. Lower part of the stratosphere has the concentration of ozone. This is found in this is the direct line picked up from the chapter. Which gas protects us from the ultraviolet rays of the sun? It is again ozone. Which of the following layer of atmosphere forms the uppermost layer? So in this case, you will be writing exosphere. This is the uppermost layer, that is outermost layer. Okay, all right. Now moving on to section B, we have to fill in the blanks. Okay, now the first one says the density of the air is highest near the, it will be like your surface of the earth. Okay, surface of the earth would be the answer. The air in the atmosphere is, it will be mixture. It is a straight line that is given in your book. The greenhouse gas effect is due to increase of, we'll be writing carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. Jet planes normally fly in the lower layer of this is given here. If you come just look at this paragraph related to stratosphere, this is point number this. So this answer will be, you will be writing this as your answer, that is stratosphere. Stratosphere. All right, now moving on to section C, we have true false. Nitrogen is directly absorbed by the plants. It's a false statement. It is just like, converted to consumable nitrogen by bacteria like rhizobium, and then it is consumed by the plants. It is not directly consumed by them. There is a horizontal movement of air in the stratosphere. That is true. This is given in your paragraph related to stratosphere. The mesosphere protects the earth from meteors. This is also true. This is, you'll just find this line straightforward in that paragraph. Lower part of the exosphere is called ionosphere. This is also true. So yeah, and all these are true. This is lower part of exosphere is called ionosphere, where we have these things. These hold on a second. Let me just check. This ionosphere should be different one. Hold on. This is exosphere. Is this? No. This is thermosphere. So this one would be false. Hold on a second. This one will be false. Actually, I was just like having a doubt about it. All right. So we have first one is false, second is true, third is true, and fourth is false because ionosphere forms a part of thermosphere. Lower part of thermosphere is called ionosphere, so that will be a false statement. Okay, section D, match the columns. First we have this troposphere. Let us compare another ones also. Global warming is related to carbon dioxide, that is increased amount of greenhouse gas effect. So this will be 3. And then we have ionosphere, as it suggests, it will be ionized particles. Then we have troposphere, then we have mesosphere. Mesosphere is the coldest layer in the atmosphere, and weather phenomena occurs in troposphere, that is the lowest layer. So these will be the markings. You can just like mark them just like that. Okay, then we have write short note on the following nitrogen in the atmosphere. Now, if we just like come to this paragraph, we have a special paragraph for nitrogen. So you will be writing this. All the plants' atmospheric nitrogen is also used for this. You will be writing this complete paragraph. This is your E1. So I'll just like put up the number here so that you don't get confused about this. Then we have second, that is global warming. So in the paragraph related to important amount gradually increasing deforestation industry, more balanced carbon dioxide. It is responsible for the amount of carbon dioxide exhaled by humans. This is related to normal lapse rate. Global warming, we did not encounter any such keywords in this. Nitrogen, it prevents harmful presence of this. Okay, there is mesosphere, atmosphere. Okay, all right, water vapor and okay. Hold on a second. It should be somewhere related to this carbon dioxide. The paragraph in carbon dioxide. If we could just like provide for more appropriate answer to this one. The lower part amount of particles. Okay. Okay, so atmosphere is this is due to increasing fossil fuels, deforestation. We must plant. So what you do is you just like as part of your global warming, you will be writing this paragraph. The amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is gradually increasing. This is due to the increased burning of fossil fuels like petroleum and deforestation. Thus, we must plant more trees to maintain a balance of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. You'll be writing this. That is more or less, though the word is not used, but this is the thing that is related to global warming only because the amount of carbon dioxide increasing, which is leading to global warming. Okay, so you can just like write this one as part of your second answer. Okay. E2, you'll be writing this as part of your global warming. Okay, all right. Then we have ozonosphere. Ozonosphere, we have this. There is smaller things. There are literally only 2 points. So as part of your E3, you will be writing these 2 points. Okay. So the lower part of the stratosphere between this is a concentration of ozone and thus called ozonosphere. Ozone absorbs. So as part of this answer, you will be writing these 2 points. Okay, then we have ionosphere. Ionosphere will also be like this. You'll be writing this point in ionosphere and this point. This layer reflects the radio frequency wave back to Earth and thus helping us maintaining long distance communication. So you'll be writing these 2 points. This is your E4. E4. Okay, this is on page number 133. All right, now moving on to next one, we have done E section. Now moving on to section F. Distinguish between the following: air and atmosphere. There is no particular difference about this thing because air is present in the atmosphere, and what you do is you just like leave out this one. This is a little bit of absurd question, so we will not be taking up this one. These are almost the same things. And atmosphere, there has been plenty of about atmosphere has been written in the chapter, but there is nothing distinguishable between these two. So we will leave out the first one. Moving on to second one, troposphere and exosphere. You have to draw a table. So we will be first. We'll take up troposphere. We have troposphere. We have this, and the second one was troposphere and exosphere. Exosphere is probably the last one. Okay. Okay, so what you will be doing is I'll just give you 3 points from this and 3 points from that. First point is this roughly extend to height of that much, and third is this point. So you'll be writing first point, second point, and fourth point. First, second, and fourth in case of troposphere, and in case of exosphere, you will be writing first and second, and gradually into outer space. What you can do? First 3 points. First three. Okay. So in case of exosphere, you will be writing first three, and in case of troposphere, you will be writing first, second, and fourth. Okay, now moving on to next one. We have done this one. We have to stratosphere and mesosphere. So here we have stratosphere and where we have mesosphere. So let me just erase the earlier marks here so as to avoid any confusion. Hold on a second. Okay. So as part of this, you'll be writing stratosphere, lie above that, you'll be writing this point, and this point. First 3 points, and then in exosphere, you will be mesosphere, you'll be writing this point, temperature, this point, and this point. You can write the shorter points in this mesosphere. Okay, so we are done with stratosphere and mesosphere. Now moving on to fourth, thermosphere and exosphere. Here we have thermosphere and here we have exosphere. Let me just erase the earlier marks first so that there is no confusion related to these. Okay. Like the earlier ones, we will be drawing a table. In thermosphere, you will be writing the first point, and then you can write this point and this point. So this is your first, third, and fourth. In terms of exosphere, this you can write this, and you can just like write this one, and gradually you can write first 3 points. First three in case of this, and first, third, and fourth point in case of thermospheres, because these points are smaller in length. Okay, all right. Okay, so we are done with section F, and now we will be moving on to section G. Give short answers for the following questions. What is the importance of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere? This is your G1. So we just go to the paragraph related to carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is important. This is G1. Carbon dioxide is important because of its, hold on a second, let me just erase these ones so there is no confusion. Okay, its ability to absorb heat, it is responsible for the amount of carbon dioxide. You can write this point, till this point, okay? So in case of carbon dioxide, you will be writing this point. Now moving on to G2, we have name the different layer of atmosphere and their extent. Now you are asked about the different names and their extent. So what we will be doing is we will just be writing the name and their extent. Extent in the sense that we have to only write the height of it. So you'll be writing atmosphere has first you will be writing different layer of atmosphere are you will be writing different layers of atmosphere are first is troposphere, then you will be writing second point. The troposphere, the extent roughly, it extends roughly up to a height of 8 kilometers near the pole. This is the extent of troposphere. Second, we have a stratosphere. So you'll be writing the name stratosphere, and then you will be writing first point. The stratosphere is above troposphere, estimated at height of 50 kilometer above mean sea level. Then you will be writing mesosphere and the first point, because you are to write only the name of the layer and the extent of that particular layer. So you'll be writing mesosphere and the first point, then thermosphere and the first point. Only the first point. I'll just erase these marks. And then you will be writing exosphere and you will be writing the first point only. Okay, so this is how you will be answering this one. You just have to write the name of that particular layer, and then you will be writing the extent, which is roughly related to its height. Okay, now moving on to question number 3. Which layer of the atmosphere is most important for us and why? So we will be moving on to troposphere. So let me just erase the previous marks here. Okay, so the most important layer for us is troposphere. We will just troposphere, roughly this temperature increases, water vapor. Most important layer, as all weather phenomena like fog, dust, and precipitation occur in this layer. So as part of this answer, you will be writing this point. Uh, Hold on a second. This point. So this will be your answer to G3. G3, okay. Troposphere is the most important layer as all weather phenomena like formation of cloud, fog, dew, and a thunder, lightning, precipitation occur in this layer. That is the answer for this one. Okay, now moving on to next question we have. Explain the main features of the atmosphere. Main features of the atmosphere. Now the thing is that we have the same question here. Describe the main feature and composition of the atmosphere. So we will be leaving out this one. In the question paper, if you are asked about this question or this question, you will be writing the same answer. So you have to be careful about this thing, that you just write the same answer for both these questions. So we will be taking up this question. We will be leaving out this one because this is the same question. Now this says that describe the main features of the composition of the atmosphere. Now we have to write the main features of the composition of atmosphere. Now come to the first page of the chapter. Hold on a second. Okay. Composition of the atmosphere. You will be starting from here. The main features of the composition of atmosphere are as under. You will be writing the first point, and then you will be writing the second point and third point. The lowest layer contains water vapors and particles. The amount of water vapor are found in the lower layer, and why mountaineers have to carry. Okay, then you will be writing this point. Comes from time to time. Okay, you just leave out this one. Apart from that, you have to write all the points. These are related to features of the different layers of the earth. Okay, this is your H1. This is answer to H1. Now moving to H2. Explain the importance of nitrogen and oxygen in the atmosphere. Now we have to write differently for nitrogen and oxygen. So for that, there are special paragraph. For oxygen, you will be writing this paragraph. For nitrogen, since we have already written, so you can just write this again. So you have to remember this paragraph in case of both the answers. We also previously wrote about this nitrogen, and we'll again be writing it. So the answer for this one would be combinedly these two paragraphs. Moving on to next question. What are the main features of the troposphere? For troposphere, we just come to this. Hold on a second. Let me just erase these things so that there is no confusion. Okay, main features of troposphere that we have to write. So main features of troposphere are, first you will be writing this, main features of troposphere are. Then you will be writing first point, second point, and then you will be writing this point and this point. So you'll be writing first point, second point, and fourth point and fifth point. So you'll be writing these are the main features of troposphere. Okay, then moving on to question number 4. What is the significance of atmosphere for the Earth? Significance of importance of atmosphere for the Earth. So we just come to the first page. It is writing here. The presence of atmosphere has made Earth, it has life-giving gases like this. Consider the size of Earth relatively this layer thickness is no sharp and atmosphere. Okay, so you'll be writing, therefore provides us here for, you'll be writing this paragraph in this one. The first paragraph of the chapter you will be writing in, this is your H4. The envelope of air which surround the earth is called atmosphere. The presence of atmosphere has made earth, this we, though we are to discuss only the significance, but since it is long answers, it might be asked in 3 marks, so you have to at least write that much. Okay, so we are done here. So now moving on to question number 5. Why does the density of air decrease with the increase in height? We have discussed it a number of times that the density of air is maximum at the surface of the earth, and it goes on decreasing when height is increasing. So we also discuss this is normal adiabatic rate. So for this, what you will be writing is, this is just because why most of the air is near the earth's surface, it is because of the gravitational force. So for this you will be writing, this is the answer for this one. Question number 5. This happens because of the decreasing gravity with increasing height. As you go up, the gravity would be decreasing, and so will be the ability of the earth to attract more air towards it. So this will be the answer to question number 5. This happens because of the decreasing gravity with increasing height. Okay, now the question number 6 says, how is carbon dioxide responsible for global warming? How is carbon dioxide responsible for global warming? Because carbon dioxide is responsible for greenhouse gas. Okay, let me just write a little bit more about this. Carbon dioxide is responsible greenhouse gas effect, and due to this property, it traps the sun's heat. So it traps the sun's heat, and that is causing the global warming. So this is, hold on a second. Okay, all right, there was a mistake of comma. So for fifth you will be writing this, and for sixth you will be writing the answer as this one. All right, with this chapter is over. If you have got any questions, then you just let me know, or we can just discuss that in the class.